Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. My co-host Mags is in the area. She's just not in her seat right now. Mr. Brody has got the night off for tonight. He's actually not even here in the building. He's visiting as we're house sitting somewhere. But I'm back at the home to do a video first, and then I'll be heading off to our house sitting. So I figured I would do a video here tonight. I've been doing a lot of videos from my laptop, which is I have all my Inside Sports games on for all my career replays of Larry Bird, Bobby Orr, Carl Yastrzemski, and Rob Gronkowski. That's why you've primarily seen those videos. The rest of my videos are somewhere else. Oh, there's Miss Mags. She's behind me in the chair now. She's trying to become the host. No, you have to be the co-host, Mags. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to play another game from the 1978 Red Sox using Strat-o-matic baseball. So we're moving right along here. We're on a game from August. I gotta remember what it is. I think it's August 11th. I want to say August 11th. Nope, Friday, August 11th, 1978. And they start a series with the Milwaukee Brewers. It's a really tight race. The Red Sox are 2 games out of first place. Milwaukee in first. And the New York Yankees are in second place, a game out. So a very tight race between 3 teams. So this is a very big series for the Red Sox. If they can sweep the series, that would definitely help them. If they can sweep the series, and the Yankees lose at least 1 game this weekend, then they could be at least tied for first place. But we'll see. We'll take that 1 game at a time. Let's see here. So let me look and see what game number we're on now. I think we're on game number, I want to say 112. No, 113 actually. This is game number 113 in the season. And the Red Sox actually lost this game to the Milwaukee Brewers 10-5, so if they can get a win tonight, they'll get a little bit closer to their actual record. Currently, right now, I think I want to say they're 3 games off their pace, but we'll check that after the game. So, all right, so Louis Tiant on the mound for the Red Sox. He'll be going up against Eduardo Rodriguez for the Milwaukee Brewers. So without further ado, let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
So, all right. So, Louis Tiant on the mound for the Red Sox here at Fenway Park. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound for the Brewers. And Miss Mags is all over me now as I've been spending time house sitting and leaving her here. So, she's been very missing us. So, she's showing me how much she misses me. I'm sure Mr. Brody, too. Well, anyway, maybe she'll go into the co-host seat a little bit later. You gotta go into the co-host seat, Miss Mags. My goodness. She won't. I can barely touch the keys here. She's all over the place here. Okay. Yeah, I know. You want loves. You go down the seat, okay? All right. So for the Louis Tiant comes in with a record of 10-5, 3.89 earned run average, 132 innings pitched, 127 hits allowed, 49 walks and 85 strikeouts, and has surrendered 12 homers. So the lineup for the Brew Crew is going to be Paul Molitor, the second baseman, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Don Money, who's the DH tonight. Batting third is the third baseman, Sal Bando. Larry Heisel is having a heck of a year, is the cleanup hitter, playing left field. Ben Ogilvy, the first baseman, bats fifth. Sixto Lascano, the right fielder, sixth. The shortstop, Robin Yount, will bat seventh. Gorman Thomas is also having a whale of a season, will bat eighth and play center. And behind the plate is Charlie Moore, batting ninth. So the defense behind Tiant is going to be Rice in left, Lynn in center, Evans in right. Lynn and Evans both excellent range. Rice with average range in left. Evans with an excellent arm in right. And Lynn with an above average arm in center. Rice has an average arm in left. They won't commit many errors combined, with Rice being the most short-handed of the three. The infield is from third to first. There's going to be Hobson, Burleson, Remy, and Scott. Burleson with excellent range. Hobson with below average range. And Remy and Scott with above average range at second and first, respectively. Hobson will commit a ton of errors at third base. The rest of them pretty average. Behind the plate, Fisk, excellent range, above average arm, and very low error rating. And Tiant on the hill does not commit any errors, very short-handed, average range, but does not hold runners on well. So that's your defense behind Tiant. So the corners, Hobson and Scott are playing in for Molitor. Molitor comes in hitting .269 in the season with 4 homers and 33 runs batted in. So here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Lynn is there and makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Don Money. Money comes in hitting .294 with 9 homers and 42 runs batted in. Tiant looks in the sign from Fisk. Looks to the sky. Comes in. And that's going to be a base hit. So Money gets the first hit of the night. So a 1-out single. Scott will hold him on. That'll bring up Sal Bando, the third baseman. Comes in hitting .265 on the season with 10 homers and 36 runs batted in. Money takes a walking lead. He's 3 for 3 in stolen bases. And Tiant picks him off. Wow. So he goes a little too far off, and Tiant fires over and gets him. So 2 down now with the bases empty. It's going to be off the 4 column with Tiant. That'll be a ground ball to Remy. Over to first. And that'll do it for Milwaukee in the first. So it's Milwaukee nothing. Red Sox coming up. Eduardo Rodriguez on the hill. Eduardo Rodriguez on the 5-2 record on the season. 6 saves. 453 earned run average. 60 innings pitched. 67 hits allowed. 14 walks and 26 strikeouts. And has surrendered 7 homers. So the Red Sox lineup is Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Jerry Remy, the second baseman. Batting third, the left fielder, Jim Rice. Batting cleanup today, behind the plate, Carlton Fisk. Looks like Yastrzemski is out of the lineup today. Fred Lynn, the center fielder, will bat fifth. The DH today is Gary Hancock, batting sixth. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, will bat seventh. The boomer George Scott hits eighth and plays first. And third baseman Butch Hobson will bat ninth. So Burleson comes in hitting .276 on the season with a homer and 35 runs batted in. And he strikes out swinging on the curveball. So 1 down. Then we have Jerry Remy. He's hitting .301 with 2 homers and 35 runs batted in his first year in a Red Sox uniform. And he'll line out Tiant at short for out number 2. Jimmy Rice up now. Hitting .313 on the season with 33 homers and 97 runs batted in. And it'll be off the 2 column. And that'll be a fly ball to center. Thomas circles under it and makes the catch. The Red Sox go in order in the first. And after 1 full, no score. Larry Heisel will bat first here in the second. Having a fine season, hitting .282 with 30 homers and 83 runs batted in. So, on a pace to hit possibly 40 homers or more. So, here's the pitch by Tiant. And he takes it for ball 4. So, leadoff runner's on for the Brew Crew in the second. Brings up Ben Ogilvy, the first baseman. Hitting .281 with 11 homers and 41 runs batted in. And there's Miss Maggs. Doesn't want to go in the co-host seat yet, I guess. And Ogilvy's going to get a good pitch to it here. And he is going to foul out to Fisk. So he just gets under it. And Fisk will make the catch for out number 1. Scott's still holding Heisel on. Heisel definitely a threat to steal at this point in his career. Lezcano up now, comes in hitting .346 on the season with 12 homers and 52 runs batted in. And dives, oh my goodness, and Tiant picks off Heisel now. So first he picks off Money, and now he picks off Heisel. So Tiant's got the move going over there. Wasn't even close on that one. He wasn't paying attention or something. So base is empty once again after the pickoff by Tiant. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen 2 pickoffs in a game, at least not in the Strat-o-matic game, but I have now. 6 to Lezcano up now. With the base is empty this time. After the pickoff. And that'll be a fly ball to center field. Routine fly. Lynn ranges over and makes the catch. So after 1.5, it's no score. So it'll be Fisk, Lynn, and Hancock. The Red Sox here in the bottom of the second. Fisk comes in hitting .311 with 15 homers and 62 runs batted in. And there's Miss Maggs. I knew she would come over sooner or later. And it's going to be off the 2 column. And strike 3 called. Paints the black with that one. So second K of the day by Rodriguez. That'll bring up Freddie Lynn. Comes in hitting .269 with 11 homers and 69 runs batted in. Hit 22 for the season, so he's just one behind that. And it's a ground ball to Molitor. Picks it up, throws over to Ogilvy for out number 2. So we have Gary Hancock struggling on the season. Just 1 for 13, hitting at an .077 clip with 1 RBI. And he'll get a second base hit on the season. So Hancock on with a 2-out single. Ogilvy holding him on. Then we have Dwight Evans, comes in hitting .251 on the season with 16 homers and 61 runs batted in. And fastball high and tight for ball 4. So 2 on and 2 out for the boomer, George Scott. Hitting .242 in the season with 10 homers and 34 runs batted in. And he'll strike out looking to end the inning. Crowd not too happy with that call. So after 2 full, it's Milwaukee nothing and Boston nothing. Robin Yount up now, the number 7 hitter. Comes in hitting .287 with 5 homers and 32 runs batted in. It's going to be a range check on Hobson, something you never want to see. Gets in front of it. And throw will pull Scott off the bag, so they're going to charge Hobson with the error on the throw. So Yount reaches for the... So runner on first with nobody out as Scott is holding him on. Yount threat to steal. I don't think he'll get too far after Tiant's picked off 2 batters already. Gorman Thomas up now. He's having a good season, hitting .297 with 29 homers and 67 runs batted in. 50 points above his season average of .246. And only 3 home runs behind his total, with still 139 bats before he reaches his total for the actual season. So he's on a pace to possibly beat that. This will be a ground ball to Scott at first. A range check on Scott. Gets in front of it. See what he does with it here. They're picking it up. Back to second for 1. Back to first. So that is definitely not a 3-1 there. That is more like a 3-6 on the put out there. So 1 down with Thomas at first in the fielder's choice. It brings up Charlie Moore, hitting .286 on the season with 7 homers and 34 runs batted in. So he's already beaten his homer and RBI total for the season. And approximately 100 less at bats. And that'll be a base hit. Thomas will stop at second, so runners on first and second for Molitor, who flew out his first time up. And he'll fly out to Rice in left for the second out of the third. So 2 down now for Don Money, who reached on a single but was picked off by Tiant back in the first. And this time he doesn't get cheated. This one is going to go way back and high off the wall. Thomas scores. And we're going to throw for the lead runner. Why not? Oh! And Moore just gets in there ahead of the throw. And it's a 2-0 Milwaukee lead on the RBI double. 2-run double by Don Money. So to bring up Bando. Bando grounded out his first time up. And strike 3 swinging. As Tiant took someone off of that pitch. So after 2.5, it's Milwaukee 2 and Boston 0. Rodriguez with his first lead of the day. Red Sox will have Hobson, Burleson, and Remy if everybody gets on Rice. Hobson, a .274 hitter on the season with 9 homers and 42 runs batted in. And it's going to be a range check on Yount. He's a 2 range. And he'll get in front of it. Oh, looks like he's going to boot it or something here. Yeah, it looks like it throws it in the dirt, and Ogilvy cannot come up with it. So they're going to credit Yount with charge Yount with a throwing error on the play. So to bring up Butch Hobson now. Rick Burleson, who struck out his first time up as Hobson reaches. And strike 3 on the awkward swing by Burleson. So 1 down now for Remy as Ogilvy is holding on Hobson. Remy lined out his first time up. And this time he'll pop up to his counterpart. Molitor calls for it and makes the catch. So 2 down now for Jim Ed Rice. Flew out his first time up. He's going to get a hold of one here. Let's see what he does with it. Oh, man. Heisel makes the catch at the wall. He needed a 1-15 and he rolled a 19. So Rice gave it a bid to tie the game, but couldn't get enough of it. So at the end of 3, it's Milwaukee 2 and Boston nothing. Heisel will lead it off. He walked and was picked off by Tiant. And this time he'll ground run the Burleson. Fires across over to Scott for out number 1. Gonna bring up Ben Ogilvy. He fouled out his first time up. And this will be a ground ball to his counterpart, Scott. A range check. He'll get in front of it. Oh, and Scott is going to commit the error here. So the second error for the Red Sox. And it rolls right between his legs. So Scott Buckners it pretty much. He did not get his glove down. Or pulled it up too soon. So Ogilvy on an error. Here's Lascano, who flew out his first time up. Oh, and this could be 2. Burleson up with it. Over to Remy for 1. Back to first. And they turn the 6-4-3 double play. And that'll end the inning. So, Milwaukee continues to lead 2-0 after 3.5. Fiscal lead it off. Struck out his first time up. And he'll strike out again. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Brings up Freddie Lynn, grounded out his first time up. And that's a fly ball to right. Lascano's under it and grabs it for the out. So 2 outs and the base is empty for Hancock, who singled his first time up. Just his second hit on the season. And Hancock gets his second hit of the day. So he's already tripled his base hit total for the season. So that'll bring up Evans with 2 down and Hancock at first. Ogilvy holding him on. Evans walked his first time up. And this time he'll ground 1 to out. Cross over to Ogilvy, and that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 4th. So Boston trails by 2 after 4. Tiant back on the hill. Yount will lead it off, bottom third of the order up against the Red Sox. It'll be Yount, Thomas, and Moore. Yount reached on an error by Hobson his first time up. Oh no, it could possibly be another error on Hobson. Gets in front of it. And this time he makes the play. Throws a cross over to Scott for out number 1. So that'll bring up Charlie Moore. Gorman Thomas hit into a forced play his first time up. But doesn't get cheated this time as this one goes high up off the wall. As Thomas cruises in the second with a double. So 1 out double. Brings up Charlie Moore, 1 for 1 with the run scored. Grounds 1 to Burleson, looks Thomas back to second, fires over to Scott for out number 2. Let's look at the scoreboard. Yankees and Orioles are scoreless. I'll have to keep an eye on that one as the Yankees are a game ahead of the Red Sox and a game out of first. Texas shutting out Cleveland 6-0. John Matlack on the mound for Texas. Kansas City and Toronto tied at 1. Detroit had Chicago 5-1. Minnesota ahead of Oakland in a slugfest 10-6. Sutton comfortably ahead for Minnesota. California shutting out Seattle 4-0. With Nolan Ryan on the hill for the Angels. So Molitor up now with 2 down. Thomas at second. He's flown out twice. And this time he is going to fly out to Rice. Backs up a bit and makes the catch. So halfway through, it's Milwaukee 2 and Boston nothing. Eduardo Rodriguez cruising along, only allowing 2 Boston hits so far. Scott up now. He struck out his first time up. And he's going to ground one to Molitor at second. He's up 4 range, so 1 through 6 will be a hit. Gets in front of it. And he is going to boot it. It's off his glove. Let's basically let the ball play him. So Scott will reach. In the second Milwaukee error, so 4 errors on the day total for both teams, 2 apiece. Hobson up now. He reached on an error. And he'll lace one up the middle. And we're going to hold Scott at second. So runners on first and second with nobody out. Red Sox with a tying runs aboard. Comes Rick Burleson. He struck out both times he's been up against Rodriguez. Oh, this could be 2 in the bando. Over to Remy for 1, back to first. And he turned 2 as Scott moves to third, but now with 2 down. So Jerry Remy up now. Oh, hitless on the day. It'll be a range check on Thomas. Thomas at 2 range. Gets in front of it. And he'll make the play for the 3rd out of the Red Sox 5th. So after 5 full, Milwaukee is shutting out Boston 2-0. Don Money up now. He's got both of Milwaukee's RBIs. And it's going to be a range check on Burleson. Gets in front of it. And makes a great backhanded play over to Scott for out number 1. So 1 gone in Milwaukee 6th. Sal Bando grounded out in the 1st and struck out in the 3rd. And Bando's going to get a hold of one here. And this one's going to be into the netting above the Green Monster. And it's a 3-0 game now. So Bando adds to the Milwaukee lead. That'll bring up Heisel. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And he strikes out swinging. That'll bring up Ogilvy. He reached on an error his last time up. And that's hit to Remy. Makes a nice play to the liner for out number 3. So Milwaukee will add to the lead. And it's now a 3-0 game. So Rice will be up first for the Red Sox here in the home half of the 6th. He's flown out twice today so far. This will be a range check on Moore. And it's a high pop in foul territory. And Moore will make the catch against the stands for out number 1. Fisk up now. He struck out twice against Rodriguez. Range check on Molitor. Oh, looks like it's gonna. Looks like Fisk is gonna reach here. Gets to the ball, but he won't be able to make a throw. So an infield single for Fisk. So it'll bring up Fred and Lynn. With 1 out and 1 on. Ogilvy holding him on. Lynn looking for his first hit of the day. And he won't get it here as he flies out to Lascano and right for out number 2. Gary Hancock, he's been up twice and has a couple of hits to show for it. But this time as he flies out to Lascano. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 6th. So 2/3 of the way through. It's Milwaukee 3 and Boston 0. Each team with 2 errors. Milwaukee with 5 hits. Boston with 4. Tiant back on the hill. He's thrown 90 pitches through 6 innings. Lezcano, 0 for 2 on the day. Make that 0 for 3 as he flies out to Rice and left for out number 1. So Robin Yount up now. Shortstop hitting 285 after an 0 for 2 day so far. And make that 0 for 3 as he grounds out to his counterpart for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox in the 7th. Brings up Gorman Thomas. Doubled his last time up. It'll be a ground ball to Burleson. Ooh, good thing he's got great range, because that would have been a hit with just about any other second baseman that doesn't have a one range. So he'll get to it. Tough play over to Scott. And the Milwaukee goes in order in the 7th. So here's a 7th inning stretch question brought to you by Mr. Brody and Miss Mags. As soon as they wave the scores here, we'll get to those after the 7th inning stretch. So how many home runs did Ralph Kiner average per season in his 10-year career? So how many home runs did Ralph Kiner average per season in his 10-year career? I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to say 7. So lock in your answers. Final Jeopardy, here is your answer. Wow. I wasn't even close. Obviously, I had no idea who Ralph Kiner was. I should have known that probably, but I didn't. That is pretty amazing. 37. His highest was 54 and his lowest was 18. It's not even close there. So thank you, Mr. Brody and Miss Mags, for that question. So Dwight Evans to lead it off in the Red Sox 7th, down by 3. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And Evans is going to get a hold of one here. And that one's going to go into the netting. The Green Monster for his 17th home run of the season. So Evans puts the Red Sox on the board, and it's now a 3-1 game. So good start for the Red Sox here in the 7th. Scott up now. He's 0 for 2 on the day officially. Reached on an error. And he strikes out swing for out number 1. So it'll bring up Hobson. Reached on an error in the 3rd by Yount and singled in the 5th. And now he will fly out to Heisel in the 8th. Or in the 7th. So 2 outs now for Burleson. Burleson 0 for 3 on the day. Gets one to hit here. Let's see what he does with it. And he'll line out to Bando. Stabs it right on the line. Call that a fair ball. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 7th. But they do score 1 on the home run by Dwight Evans. 17th of the season. So Charlie Moore to lead it off. Tiant back out there for his 8th inning of work. This is likely to be his last inning, as there is action in the Red Sox pen. Looks like Bergmeyer and Campbell are loosening up. And this one is gone, as Charlie Moore hits his 8th home run of the season. Now 3 home runs ahead of more than he did in the actual season. as he continues to have a hot season, at least in his standards. So that is going to be it for Tiant, as Zimmerman comes to the mound to pull him. So let's see here. Are we going to bring Bergmeyer? Yeah, I think we're going to bring in Bill Campbell here. See what we got coming up here. So it's going to be a righty. Let's bring in Campbell. I'd rather bring in... Let's just check and see what Drago's usage is. Yeah, he's too high, so we got to bring in Campbell, get him some work. So Bill Campbell comes in. He'll face top of the order Molitor, Money, and Bando. Molitor 0 for 3 on the day. Campbell comes in with a 4-1 record, 4 saves, a 2.45 earned run average, 33 innings pitched, 33 hits allowed, 10 walks and 28 strikeouts, and has surrendered 3 homers. So it's going to be off the 2 column. And that'll be a fly ball to right. Evans is there. And makes the catch for out number 1. Don Money up now. 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. And he gets his 3rd hit of the day. Scott will hold him on. Bando up now. He had a solo home run his last time up. 1 for 3 on the day. Gets his 2nd hit of the day. So runners on first and second with 1 down for Larry Heisel. Looking for his 1st hit of the day. But won't get it as he takes a strike for strike 3. So 2 down now for Ogilvy. And Ogilvy's going to get a good one to hit here. And Ogilvy's going to hit this one into the triangle. Money will come around to score. Bando's coming around. Ogilvy's going to go for 3. And he's in there with a 2-run triple. So the Brew Crew has broken it wide open here. Now 6-1. Escano up now. And he's going to... Oh, Burleson snags it for the out. And they'll do it for Milwaukee in the 8th. But they attack on 3 more and now lead at 6-1. So it'll be a Remdog. Remdog go for 3 on the day. And that's a base hit. His 1st hit of the day. Rice up now, 0 for 3. Make that 0 for 4 as he strikes out the swing. So 2 outs now. The runner on first for Fisk. Singled his last time up. And he'll ground out to Yount. Fires over to Ogilvy for out number 2. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. They go to second for 1 back to first for the double play. And now they're done the inning. So head to the top of the 9th with the Red Sox down by 5. And that's going to be it for Campbell. So Bergmeyer will come in. So Bergmeyer comes in with a 1-2 record, a 5.90 earned run average, 1 save, 40 innings pitched, 54 hits allowed, 14 walks and 25 strikeouts, and has surrendered 6 homers. And that's going to be hit over Lynn's head to the wall. And he jumps but can't make it. So we got Charlie Moore, Gorman Thomas 1 for 3 with a double. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Lynn should have this one. Oh, he makes a great catch, getting great range, shows great range getting to that one. However, it's going to look like it's going to pop out of his glove, I think. No, he drops it as he charges in. So it's going to be an error on Lynn. So So Yount comes in the score, and it's now 7-1. That run unearned. Charlie Moore up now. Homered his last time up. And he'll draw the walk. Paul Molitor 0 for 4. And they keep nailing that 5 column, which is horrible for Bergmeyer. As Bergmeyer's ERA just keeps going up and up. We're going to throw for the lead runner. And Moore is out at home. But it's 8-1 now. Don Money up now. And he draws the walk, but runners at the corners. Sal Bando. 2 for 4 with a homer. Man! Bergmeyer is horrible. Larry Heisel. There we go. Lynn should get this one. Gets to it. And makes the play for second out. See if Money's going to try to tag and score. And he's safe. Yep. So it's 10-1 now. So Milwaukee has really opened it up at scoring 7 runs in these last 2 innings. And Ogilvy will pop up to Scott. And that'll do it. But Milwaukee tacks on another 4 and has a commanding 10-1 lead. So Eduardo Rodriguez will come in to try to close it out. And they lost this game in actuality 10-5, so they did put up a 10 spot again today. See if the Red Sox can make it at least respectable. Score a few runs here. Oh, Rodriguez just is able to get to that one. And he will make the play for out number 1. So 1 gone in the Red Sox 9th. And we're going to pinch hit for... Oh, look at the scores here. Oh, good news is that Baltimore at least lost, so the Red Sox will not lose any ground to them. Although they'll fall 3 behind Milwaukee if this score holds up. Texas shut out Cleveland 6-0. Kansas City edged Toronto 2-1. Chicago edged Detroit 8-7. Minnesota toppled Oakland 10-6. California topped Seattle 4-1. So we're going to pinch hit for Hancock. Yeah, he's having a good day, though. So he's 2 for 3. We'll let him hit. And he gets his 3rd hit. So off of Rodriguez. So Hancock seems to really have it going against Rodriguez. Unfortunately, he's the only Red Sox batter that is. Evans up now. He homered. And this time he's going to ground on the Bando. This could do it. Over to second for 1. Back to first. And they turn 2. And that'll end the ball game mercifully for the Red Sox. As their bullpen falls apart in the latter innings. And once a close game, Milwaukee ends up winning by a score of 10-1. Ouch. So the Red Sox cannot gain any ground. In fact, they lose ground here. So let's look at the box score. Rodriguez goes the distance, gets the win, 6-2. 9 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, just 1 run, it was earned. 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. The only blemish was a solo home run by Evans. Louis Tiant gets the loss. He's now 10-6, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed. 4 runs, 2 of them earned. So Tiant actually didn't pitch that badly. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Did surrender 2 home runs. 1 to Moore and 1 to... What was the other one? Oh, Bando, I think it was. Oh, Money. Or was it Bando? It was Bando with his 11th. Alright, Campbell pitches an inning. Allows 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned with a strikeout. Bergmeyer was bad. 1 inning pitch, 3 hits allowed, 4 runs, 2 of them earned. 2 walks and no strikeouts. His ERA blooms to 6.20 now. For the Brew Crew, Paul Molitor was 1 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI. Don Money a homer, 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 2 runs batted in. Bando was, actually not, Money did not have the home run. But Money did have a double. So Bando did have the home run, 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. Larry Heisel was 0 for 3 with an RBI. Ben Ogilvy 1 for 5 with 2 runs batted in. Liscano is 0 for 4. Yount 1 for 4 with a run batted in. I mean, the RBI with a run scored. Thomas 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Charlie Moore with a homer, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. For the Red Sox, not much going on there. Burleson 0 for 4. Remy 1 for 4. Rice 0 for 4. Fisk 1 for 4. Lynn 0 for 4. Hancock, surprisingly, the best hitter of the day, was 3 for 4. Evans was 1 for 3 with a solo home run. Scott 0 for 3, and Hobson 1 for 3. So that is it, as the Red Sox fall to the Milwaukee Brew Crew, are now 3 games behind by a score of 10-1. So let's check out the... Oops. Let's check out the... There we go. Standings. Oops. So with the win, Milwaukee is now at 1.5 game lead on the Yankees and a 3 game lead on the Red Sox. Oh yeah, okay. I see it. Well, we had already played the Yankees game. The Yankees had already played when I mentioned that they were a game behind. That's why they're just a game and a half ahead. So the Red Sox are actually a game and a half behind the Yankees. And the Yankees are a game and a half behind Milwaukee. So Kansas City with a slim half-game lead over California. Let's check out tomorrow's matchups between the Red Sox and the Brewers. We can check out and see what happens. Looks like it's going to be a doubleheader tomorrow. So this may be a... Yeah, this is going to be a 4-game series against the Brew Crew with a doubleheader. I think that is... It looks like a couple teams have doubleheaders. Seattle's having a doubleheader with California. I think that's the only other one. Let's see how the Yankees and Baltimore do. So the Yankees win, so the Red Sox have to win to keep pace with the Yankees. And not to fall any further behind the Brew Crew. So let's see the matchups tomorrow. The pitching matchups will be Bill Travers for the Brew Crew against Jim Wright for the Red Sox. And yay, Bob Bailey is in the lineup, so that's always an adventure. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, my co-host Miss Mags here. And we will see you with game number 114 coming up. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.